Your story begins on a train rolling home from a war that took 4 years of your life. You are Paul, and you can still feel the weight of the medals that mean nothing now. Out the window, your country slides past. You are going back to a wife you barely know, and you do not feel like a hero. You feel hollow. You walk through your own front door, and she barely looks up. Betty, the woman you married in a rush before you shipped out, a stranger you wrote 100 letters to. She kept them, she says, unopened in a drawer. You stand in your own living room like a guest. Whatever you hope to come home to, it is not here. You try to reach her across the kitchen table, across 4 years and 1,000 miles. You talk about the war. She talks about time, about money, about anything except the two of you. And you understand, quietly, that you came home to a house, not a marriage. Something in you goes very still. She tells you she needs time, and you nod like it does not gut you. So you take your old job back, selling fancy chocolates door to door in your uniform because the uniform sells. You set out north into the green valleys, restless and lonely, not even sure what you are chasing. You only know it is not behind you. You feel adrift, a man with a medal on his chest and nothing in his hands. The road unspools ahead of you, long and empty. You keep moving because stopping means thinking, and thinking means the cold, quiet house you just left. You have no idea you are about to look up at the exact right moment. Then, on a crowded bus, you look up, and there she is. A young woman alone by the window, beautiful and tense, carrying something heavy you cannot name. You cannot stop stealing glances. Every sensible part of you says, mind your own business, soldier. You have never once been good at listening to that part. You find a reason to talk to her. You stumble through it, charming and clumsy at the same time, and she gives you a small, tired smile that goes straight through you. Her name is Victoria. You feel something wake up in your chest that has been asleep for years. You should let it go. You will not. Slowly, her secret spills out, and your heart breaks for her. She is pregnant and unmarried, on her way home to a proud, old-fashioned family who will be shattered. She keeps apologizing for the trouble, for the mess. You watch this brave, frightened woman fold in on herself, and you decide, without quite deciding, that you cannot just walk away. So you do something foolish and kind. You tell her there is a way through this. You will go with her just for one night and stand at her side as her husband, so her father sees a married daughter and not a disgrace. She stares at you like you are insane. You probably are. You offer your hand anyway. On the road there, you make her practice, the two of you inventing a marriage out of thin air. Where you met, how you proposed. You catch yourself enjoying it far too much, this pretend life with this woman you barely know. You tell yourself it is only a story. The trouble is, you are starting to wish it were true. Then you crest a hill and the vineyard opens up below you, wrapped in soft morning mist, a place they call Las Nubes, the clouds. You square your shoulders, you take her hand, and you walk straight into the lion's den with a smile on your face. Her family pours out to meet you. Hello, Papa. The lie has begun. You feel Victoria trembling beside you as her father's eyes land on you. He is a wall of a man, all hard edges and old pride, and he reads you in a single long look and clearly finds you wanting. The whole family watches. You keep your voice easy and your hands steady. One wrong word, and this all comes down. They crowd you around a long table, warm and loud and suspicious all at once. You eat their food and meet their eyes and feel the father's stare on you like a weight. You are lying to every person in this room. And yet, under the lie, something real is already taking root, and it scares you more than he does. Then comes the question you dread. How did you two lovebirds meet? So you spin the sweet little story you practiced, and across the table Victoria picks it up and carries it, and your eyes meet over the candlelight and hold a beat too long. For just a second, neither of you is acting. You both feel it. You both look away. Her father will not let you breathe. He digs at you, tests you, this man who traces his blood back 400 years and built everything he has from the dirt up. You take the blows with a quiet smile and give him nothing to swing at. And slowly, almost against his own will, he starts to look at you a little differently. Later, you find Victoria furious and ashamed, sure she has ruined everything, sure she does not deserve any of this kindness. And you tell her the truth, gently. None of this is her fault. She did not come home out of fear. She came home because she loves them. She goes quiet and looks at you like she is seeing you for the first time. Day by day, you should be leaving, and day by day you stay. You roll up your sleeves and work the rows. You learn their songs, their jokes, the rhythm of this place. And you watch Victoria laugh, really laugh, in the sun, and you understand that you would do almost anything to keep hearing that sound. Her grandfather takes a shine to you, an old man with kind eyes who loves this land like a living thing. He asks you quietly if you love her. You answer before your head can stop your heart. And in the warm dark of the vineyard, you finally admit to yourself the thing you have been running from since that bus. You do. In the night she cries out from a bad dream, and you go to her without thinking. "It is all right," you whisper. "It was only a dream." You sit beside her in the dark, close, and something passes between you that has no name yet. You were supposed to be two strangers playing a part. You are not strangers anymore. You know you should go. The bus leaves in the morning, the night is almost over, the pretend marriage is supposed to end with the dawn. You lie awake doing the math of leaving, and every answer feels like a wound. You came here to do one decent thing for a stranger. Somewhere along the way she stopped being a stranger. The grandfather shows you the heart of the vineyard, the ancient root, the oldest vine of all, carried across an ocean by his father's father. This, he tells you, is not just the root of Las Nubes. It is the root of our lives. He is teaching you what family means. You, who never truly had one, finally understand. You tell yourself you have commitments, a job, a wife, a life waiting somewhere behind you. The grandfather just looks at you and asks quietly, "What about your commitment to your own heart?" You have no answer for that. You have been a soldier, a salesman, a husband on paper. For the first time in years, you do not know who you are supposed to be. The family decides the marriage should be real, blessed, made official. They are so happy for you both it makes your chest ache. Victoria Sutton, they call her, trying the name on, and you watch her smile at it. You are in this lie so deep now that the only thing more dangerous than keeping it up is how badly you want it to be true. Then comes the harvest, and the old tradition with it. You climb barefoot into the great wooden vats with everyone else and crush the grapes underfoot, the juice purple to your knees, music swelling, the whole valley alive. You find Victoria across the haze, both of you laughing like children, and you dance. This is the moment you stop pretending. She is beautiful in the gold light, stained to the knees, breathless and laughing, and the whole world narrows to her face. You are not playing a part anymore, and you both know it. The lie was supposed to protect her. Instead, it has handed you the one thing you stopped believing you would ever find. You are falling, and you are done fighting it. Under a wide silver moon, the truth finally breaks loose. You tell her you want her more than anything, more than you have ever let yourself want in your careful, lonely life. She wants you too, you can see it. But you are still a married man, and she carries another man's child. And a love this real always arrives at the worst possible time. So you do the honorable thing, the painful thing. You keep your distance, you sleep on the floor, you hold the line, because she deserves better than a man who is not free. It is the hardest restraint of your life, lying a room away from everything you want, doing right by her even as it tears you apart. But a lie cannot stand forever, and her sharp-eyed father starts to see the cracks in yours. You feel it closing in, the questions getting harder, the looks getting longer. You have spent your whole life keeping your face still under pressure. None of it prepares you for the moment it all comes apart. It breaks open in the ugliest way, in front of the whole family. There was never any marriage, any certificate, anything real on paper. The father looks at you with disgust, and at his daughter with heartbreak, and orders you off his land. You go, because there is nothing left to say, carrying the ache of her face out into the dark. Before you leave, the grandfather finds you, and instead of anger he hands you a glass of brandy he made with his own hands, 21 years old, the finest he has. He has seen you. He has seen what you feel. In his quiet way, he is telling you that you belong here, even if his son cannot say it. You drink, and your eyes burn. You leave the vineyard with nothing but the taste of that brandy and the memory of her laugh in the vat. Everywhere you go after that you see it, the purple haze, the old songs, her eyes across the crowd. You spent the whole war dreaming of going home. Now you finally know where home is, and it is the one place you were just thrown out of. And back at the vineyard, something is shifting. The hard old man, watching his daughter break apart, admits the unthinkable. The stranger seemed to truly love her. Maybe he was too tough on him. You do not hear any of it. But the door you thought slammed shut behind you is, somewhere, quietly creaking back open. You go back to Betty and you end it, honestly and kindly, and at last you are free. A single man with a clear heart and a soldier's certainty about exactly where he belongs. Someone asks what you are toasting to. To what if, you say? To everything you almost let yourself lose. Then you point your car north and you drive. You head back toward the clouds, back toward her, with the whole open road in front of you and your heart finally, completely sure. After a war, a dead marriage, a lie that turned into the truest thing in your life, you know at last what you are driving toward. Not a pretend wife. A real one. A home. Her. You find her, and there are no more lies between you, only the letters and the longing and everything left unsaid. You read them. She reads yours. Whatever the world says about who you are supposed to be, in this moment there is only the two of you, choosing each other for real, with your eyes wide open. And then you arrive into a nightmare. The vineyard is on fire, flames tearing through vines the family spent 100 years raising. You hear the screaming, you see the orange light, and you do not stop to think. You run straight into the smoke and the heat, side by side with her father, two men who could not stand each other, fighting to save everything that matters. When the fire finally dies, the fields are ash, and the proud old man holds his daughter and weeps. She tells him she was so afraid of losing him. And in the ruin and the grief, his old anger burns away too. He looks at the man who charged into the flames for his family, and at long last, he truly sees you. Then the grandfather kneels in the blackened earth and gently checks the ancient root. The fire took the vines, but deep down, the heart of it still lives. It will grow again, and so will you. You came home from a war with nothing, and you found a family, a vineyard, and a love worth crossing the whole world for. You stand in the ash with her hand in yours and the first green shoot already pushing up out of the ruin, and it is beautiful, all of it, the loss and the love and the second chance. You were a hollow man on a train not so long ago. Now you are home. Your story did not end in the clouds. It finally, truly began there.